This is my third trip around the world this year in 2015, and I decided to stop by Sri Lanka and the capital city of Colombo. And in order to get orientated, I took a tuk-tuk around the city for an entire day, and this is it. So I'm on the Colombo city tour in a tuk-tuk. I'm just hanging out here. I'm in one of those things back there. So now we're in Independence Hall, 1948. Beautiful structure. Bottom line is, you want to know anything about a city that you're in? Take a tuk-tuk. The drivers know everything and they'll show you all the great spots. Okay, so now we are at the Colombo Big Buddha. There's the Big Buddha, and across the street, Independence Hall. Look how beautiful that is. It's quite a city. So we continue our tour around the city, and there's some great architecture, modern as well as colonial architecture. This is the National Museum, but let me tell you something. Nature has something on it. Check out this banya tree. Wow. That is spectacular. No rock was unturned. Here the local artists. My tuk-tuk driver knew everything, and the Central Park area was absolutely exquisite. The grounds were meticulously maintained. So we are at Queen Victoria Park, and this man is responsible for this beautiful garden, and it is so perfect.
I'm a botanical master of the garden.
He's taking me to show me the flying foxes.
Yeah.
Cannonball tree.
Yeah, Lord Buddha born and die under the trees. I'm sorry, that's a Lord Buddha story. Yeah? This is cobra head and covered by Buddhist monk in the middle Buddha temple.
Yeah. And this is the flying fox tree.
Yes, sir.
And there they all are. They're sitting up there.
Fighting.
They're bats.
Yeah, coming 1 second. Red and nest.
Oh yeah, these guys are active.
Interest in plant Sri Lanka. Look, take a video. I touch. All here, look, one by one, close. Again, after branch down. Look. Banyan tree, yeah?
Banyan tree, 1,500 years old. We did a great little walking tour throughout the entire park. It took us about an hour. We saw so many beautiful things, 1,000-year-old trees. This park was remarkable, and the ants, well, they were quite industrious. Look at that nest they made. And then we stopped at the beach for lunch. I put the drone up in the air, and no sooner had I done it than a bird swooped right in. I said, oh, those blades look like they'll hurt me. I took off over the beach, and there were a bunch of guys in the water playing volleyball. It was awesome. And then we put it into turbo mode, and we flew along the coast for about 2 kilometers down the coastline over to a beautiful hotel that looked right out on a peninsula. Now the nice thing is, I haven't put my feet in the Indian Ocean before, and this was my first, and it was pretty nice. Very warm water, beautiful blue skies. But of course, this is a tropical climate, so if you wait 10 minutes, everything will change. And indeed, before long, we'd finished lunch, got back in the tuk-tuk, and the rain started coming down. But that was nothing. By the time we got back to the hotel, it was coming down like rain I'd never seen before, thunder and lightning and everything else. But for a while, we had some great weather. But then it started to rain. But of course, it only rained for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then it let up and it got beautiful again. And before long, we were navigating the narrow streets and seeing all kinds of beautiful sights in the downtown Colombo area. This is the Parliament building. The other one was the World Trade Center. You can see the colonial architecture here, and the lighthouse, and a stupa that is huge. Put the iPole out on the side, got some great footage going down the streets, getting different perspectives everywhere we go as we zigzag through the side streets and narrow alleys of Colombo. Okay, it's time for me to exit stage left. I got so tired of getting caught in traffic, it's just nuts. And my tuk-tuk driver tried to stay up with me, but I went right past him and I'm down through the streets. There was so much action going on in these streets. It was crazy. There's so many people, all the shop vendors, everybody trading. My tuk-tuk driver's going, where's he going? Where's he going? But before long, I lost track of where he was and I didn't have any money on me. I left everything in the car. I only had my phone and he was gone. Thank goodness I was able to find him, but I was a little concerned because I looked a little out of place, if you know what I mean, and there he was. I was so happy to find him. He took me by the floating market. That was pretty cool. And we saw a couple police officers riding tandem, and then we went into some of the marketplaces where they sell all the fresh fruits and vegetables. That was so fascinating. The cool thing about Sri Lanka is the people are very friendly. They're very cool, man. I stuck the camera out and they loved it, and they wanted to wave and say hi. And then bananas, 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 and more bananas. I've never seen so many bananas. And we stopped and we got some red bananas, which were delicious. We got to see them working. I went into the big warehouse. Wow. I've never seen this many bananas in my whole life. We paid them for our red bananas. We got back in the car, and guess what I ate the rest of the afternoon? Lots of bananas. We went by the meat section. Then we went into the little grocery store, all these little mini grocery stores, and everybody trading. We bought some mangoes from this guy. It was very cool. And then into the train station, and this is how a lot of Sri Lankans get around. They let me in with no problem without a ticket. They were so friendly. I got to watch a couple trains come and go. Pretty cool stuff, man. And you see that giant telephone? That's a shrine to every husband that calls their wife and says, honey, pick the phone up. And this is their brand new tower, which is the tallest in all of Asia. Look at that crane. Could you imagine working to the top of that and climbing up there every day? And these are some of the temples. And then we went by the tuk-tuk garage. If you've got a broken tuk-tuk, this is where you take it, and this is where they fix them. And maybe even this might be the graveyard. But I put the drone up in the air. Look at this shot, man. We are so far up there. I think this thing is like 130 stories tall. I got the drone all the way up to the top. Of course, I always fly it from a secret location on the side of the road where no one could see me, and then by the Air Force Academy. Pretty cool. And then by a couple more stupas and a couple more temples. It was quite a day. We got to look inside this one. Look at how elaborate and beautiful this one is. Pretty incredible. And then I always spend the evenings at Nan's out on the beach. Delicious food. And I ordered my calamari with vegetables, and they cooked it up perfect for me. So good. Well, that's a day in the life of a tuk-tuk in this capital city of Colombo in Sri Lanka. And man, did I have a good time. We saw so much. So the next time you're in the area, check it out. And I look forward to seeing you on the next American Innovator.